Oh, sorry about that. I thought it was an ice cream. Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. So although my voice is still a little bit strange, I'm feeling a little bit better and I wanted to do this tag that I watched Vanessa from Paper Fairy doing. I will leave the link to her channel down below because she is amazing and you guys should go and watch the choice that she made for this tag. And I was inspired to do this too because obviously, as usual, nobody tagged me, but I enjoy doing these. So I'm going to do the ice cream book tag. So for question number 1, it is Vanilla, a book you wish it had more flavor. And my pick for this one is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children because, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed Hollow City and I still want to read Library of Souls because in Hollow City I believe that the pace picked up a little bit and the ending was a real cliffhanger and I really want to know what happens next, and it got a little bit more of what I wanted this to be. But for the first book, I think although it was very interesting, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something a little more terrifying, I was hoping for something a little more fast-paced, and it wasn't it. I enjoyed Hollow City better than this one, for instance. So I can't wait for the third one, but this one, I feel like it should have more flavor than it actually had. So question number 2 is chocolate, and that means a long book or an immersive world that you enjoyed being immersed in. And for that one, I had to choose the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I really enjoyed this world. It is so magical, so beautiful, and it's so beautifully written. It's just amazing. And I read the first, second, and third books non-stopping, like I just couldn't stop. I felt like I wasn't in my own reality even when I was reading this. I know that I read the first one when I went to visit my dad, and sometimes it was really hard to stop reading and go do stuff that I should be doing because this was so interesting and so very immersive, and I loved the characters, I loved the world, and I just wanted to live there forever. Question number 3 is Strawberry, a romance that was super sweet, and for this one, obviously, I have to go with Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because, first of all, if you haven't read this, where have you been all your life, and go and read it, because this is a really cool classic that I believe that anyone and everyone can read and should read. And second of all, if you've read this, obviously, how could you think that I was answering other things, because this romance, although it is paved with angst and it goes a little bit sideways sometimes, it's just so beautiful, and I love the main characters of this romance. And don't forget that we actually have the romance of Bingley and Elizabeth's sister, so that one is even sweeter than this one, and it's such an enjoyable pleasure to read. So obviously it had to be Pride and Prejudice and all of the romances that encompass it. Number 4 is Ice Cream Sundae, a book that encompasses all of the elements that you love. And for this one, I have to go with, well, this is the last one, but I want to go with the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. This is the last one, Arrow of Ages, that actually I adored. But yeah, in this trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, we have a magical system that is just groundbreaking. It's amazing, and I love different magical systems. We have an enemy, we have a strong plot, we have strong characters, we have a strong pacing, a good dynamic, we have fights, we have moral... how am I going to say this without spoiling anyone? We have moral doubts, we have everything that I adore in a fantasy story, and it's just my god. Mistborn is just my god. I enjoyed it so much, and it has everything that I ever wanted a book to have. Number 5, I believe, 5. It's Milkshake, a book that blends genres. And I could have picked a lot of books, but for this one I decided to pick one that I don't talk a lot about on my channel, and that is Let the Right One In by John Ajvide Lindqvist. And obviously I said that so wrong, and I'm so very sorry. But this one, it kind of blends horror with paranormal, and also with, how do I say that? I forgot how to say that. Yeah, the thing that I was going for here was horror, paranormal, and actually a little bit of contemporary, because this is set in our world and the main character is a normal character of 12-year-old, I believe. Yeah, in Stockholm. So it's kind of contemporary horror, but also paranormal, and I'm not going to say why, because I do recommend that you should read this and not let me spoil the pleasure of discovering why I believe that this blends genres. For question number 6 is a book with, Sprinkles, a book with a colorful cover. And I chose Written in Red by Anne Bishop because it's kind of colorful, but at the same time it's not too colorful. I can't go with a lot of colors on my books. I like beautiful things, and that's that. So I'm just going to change this for a beautiful cover, and it is beautiful and has a lot of drawings inside of the main drawing. I adored it so much. So question number 7 is a ice cream cake. Yeah, ice cream cake. A book worthy of celebration. And for that one, I choose Strangers in Paradise by Terry Moore. And this book is worth of celebration because for the next year, it's going to be 25 years that this book is out. And yeah, I just love this book, and I recommend that all of you should go and read it because this is amazing. And it has such great sensibility to human themes that it's just, we should make a party out of this having 25 years old. We definitely should. Go read Strangers in Paradise and then talk to me about that and tell me if that's not a motive to celebrate everything. Question number 8. Ice cream cookie sandwich or 3 scoops on a cone. And that is a book with multiple perspectives. And for this one, I choose the Dark Jules trilogy. Obviously, it is filled with different perspectives. We have 3 main perspectives, which for itself, it's already multiple perspectives. But then we have other perspectives in it. So if you like multiple perspectives, I do recommend the Dark Jules trilogy, which I do for everything. So it's just one more way of recommending this for something by Anne Bishop, obviously, if you can't see here. So yeah, it's a pretty cool book with a lot of perspectives. And for number 10, Pint. It's a book that you set aside but plan to come back to. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I was wrong. It's 9. I'm so sorry. I'm reading this for just this little notey thing, and I was like, this book doesn't match to this. I'm sorry. So number 9 is Waffle Cone, a book that you felt compelled to read very quickly. And that is The School for Good and Evil by Saman Chainani. I just love this book. This is the first book in a trilogy, now to be a series because the 4th book is out, but the first arc only encompasses the 3 main books. So this one, I picked it up, and I do believe that I finished this in like 3 days or 4 days. I don't even know. Maybe it was a week, but I do believe it was 3 days or 4 days. And it reads so quickly, and it's just so freaking amazing that it had to be my choice for a book that compelled me. I didn't even want to sleep. Every time that I could grab the book, I just did and do it. So it was just so freaking amazing. And now, for number 10, we have Pint, a book that you set aside but plan on to come back on later. And that's none, because I don't really set aside my books. If I'm reading a book, I really want to read that book, and I try and read that book as much as I can, and I try not to set aside anything or any book, so I don't have an answer for that one. And now we have answers about ice cream, which is awesome. And the first question is bowl or cone, and some years back, I would have said cone because I usually ate cones every time that I went for ice cream. But now I can't really stomach all of it, like all of the ice cream plus the cone, because normally I try and eat more than one flavor because I'm fat that way. But yeah, no, I'm kidding. This was a joke. Please don't take it too serious. It was just a joke. But yeah, now I do prefer bowl because you can put as many flavors as you want, and you can just eat the flavor and then don't have to have the cookie flavor in the end. You can just have the flavor that you want. And I really do enjoy having a lot of flavors in the bowl. It's just so good. I love it. And the other question is, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? And I would have to say amaretto, which is like a wild cherry with yogurt flavor that I actually discovered when I went to Erasmus to Milan, Italy, and they do the perfect Amarena ice cream. And now every time that I see an Amarena ice cream, I have to eat it because I was just so addicted to it that it was just part of my life. It was 6 months of eating pretty much only Amarena ice cream. So yeah, I just love it. Then you have topics, yes or no. It depends on the topics. If it was like M&Ms or Oreo or nuts or stuff like that, I would enjoy it. But if it's like marshmallows, I only enjoy those on my cocoa, so sorry about that. And other kind of stuff like fruit and something that's just for yogurt, it's not for ice cream. I don't know, you know what I mean? It depends on what I'm having and what I want on top. Like sprinkles and stuff, I think they're funny, but then those liquid toppings, I don't know, it depends. And then favorite local ice creamery. I don't know, I just like to go and eat ice cream wherever I go, I just love it, so for me it's going to be that. And that's going to be it for this tag, guys. If I decided to tag someone, which I'm not really sure right now because I have to see who has done this and who hasn't, I will leave the links to the channels down below and the names of the people that I tag if I do. So that's that for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe. And if you want, tell me your favorite ice cream flavor down below or your favorite book if you want, because if we smell books, why not eat books? Because I'm kidding, please don't try to eat books. That's not very good for your health. So that's all for today, guys, and happy readings to you all. Bye!